Doctor Who, the Star Beast, is finally here, and well, was it worth the wait? Yo, what's up, Whovians? It's me, KipsterMc, and after 13 months since the last Doctor Who episode, which is actually the longest gap in between New Who episodes, fun fact, we finally have the first of the 3 60th anniversary specials for Doctor Who, that being the Star Beast. And after all the hype and wait, how did this special hold up? Well, let's see. Now, first off, with this reel, I'm going to say right now, there will be spoilers. I'm not going to do a non-spoiler segment plus spoiler segment. I'm going to talk spoilers the whole way through, so if you don't want to get any spoilers for the special, I suggest tuning out of this video until you watch it. If you're in the US, you can just watch it on Disney Plus real quick. Well, I say real quick, but it's an hour long. But first of all, I'm going to talk about the positives. Firstly, David Tennant is amazing. Like, I mean, he was amazing way back from 2005 to 2010, and also he was amazing when he came back in 2013 as well, but he's still amazing now. He does a phenomenal performance, not as the 10th Doctor, but as the 14th Doctor, and he's just really enjoyable throughout the whole thing. I will say, I do like how the 14th Doctor is not the same as the 10th Doctor personality-wise. It does seem like the growth he had during the 11th, 12th, and 13th Doctor eras has stayed with him. And it's not all like quirky and silly like the 10th Doctor could be sometimes. Like, there is enough of a difference between the 10th and 14th Doctor so that even though the 14th Doctor still has an old face, it's still a fresh version of the character, you know? And he's not the only returning cast member who does a phenomenal job as well, because there's also Catherine Taya's Dawn Noble, who has not skipped or missed a single beat since she was last seen in The End of Time Part 2. Every single moment with Dawn Noble was just as enjoyable now as her moments back in Series 4 and The End of Time and The Runaway Bride way back over a decade ago. Oh my gosh, wow, okay. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, it is so great getting to see David Tennant and Catherine Tate on screen together again. Getting to see the Doctor and Donna as a duo once more is so good. And their actors fell back into the roles seamlessly. It is so good seeing them back. And Donna's family that we see in this special, those being returning members Sylvia and Sean, as well as the new character, that being Donna's daughter, Rose Temple, are all really good as well in the special. I especially like how Sylvia was just, like, trying so hard to not let the Doctor do anything that could cause Donna to remember him. I also like how there's more of a bond between Sylvia and Donna now compared to back in Series 4. You can tell that Sylvia took the Doctor's line that maybe you should tell her that to heart back in Journey's End. Now, I am a little disappointed we didn't get to see Wolf in this special, but given the fact that we do know he's going to be in at least one of the specials, it means that we still know to expect Wolf in one of the other 2 specials. But still would have been nice to see him now, especially since they do mention him quite a few times. But I know that when he does finally show up, it's going to be a very great moment. And very bittersweet, too, given Bernard Cribbin's passing. Also, I loved the relationship between Donna and Rose. Like, Donna was very protective of Rose, and you could tell that she really cared for her. And you could tell that she was kind of going out of her way to make sure that she didn't treat Rose the same way Sylvia treated her, which was pretty cool. I also thought Shirley Ann Bingham, aka Unit Scientific Advisor number 56, makes you wonder what happened to numbers 2 through 55, was a pretty fun addition to the cast as well. I especially liked how her wheelchair had weapons in it. That was pretty clever. Although I question how she manages to just have like an entire rocket launcher built into it. But you know what? It was fun. And I also really like the 2 aliens in the special, the Meep and the Wrath Warriors. Now, first I'm going to talk about the Meep. When we first meet the Meep, the Meep was adorable. The Meep was adorable. Then the plot twist happened and the Meep turned out to be the villain. And the Meep was not quite as adorable anymore. But as a villain, the Meep was a very fun villain too. I think Miriam Margolyes, I hope that I pronounced that right, gave a really great performance as the Meep, both as the cute, innocent seeming Meep and the true Meep as evil. That probably did not sound grammatically correct. I guess that's my fault for not scripting these things. And then the Wrath Warriors were also really fun as well. It was interesting how, like, you initially think, oh, they're the villains because the Meep seems innocent and cute, and they're hunting the Meep down to kill it. Then, first of all, you hear the Wrath Warriors' voices. They sound like regular people, like regular human dudes with their voices. Second of all, turns out that, first of all, not only are they not actually evil, they're not even actually killing anyone. They're just stunning people, knocking them unconscious for a little bit. Yeah, and also, the Meep, Beat the Meep to be specific, as we learn in the episode, and the Wrath Warriors both look really good. They look right out of the original Star Beast comic from the 80s. Now, before I get to the final act of the episode, I'm gonna go over a few side things as well. First of all, Murray Gold is back as composer, and it is so good. I love Murray Gold's Doctor Who score, and he does not miss in this episode. And I especially love the new opening theme as well. With the new opening title sequences too, we get a really interesting look at the time vortex this time around. And it is very expansive and unique. I love the way it looks. I also love how high budget it is, and how, good the budget for the entire episode is as well. It visually shows. Now, admittedly, it is a bit weird seeing Doctor Who with a budget, you know? But I think it does work in the show's favor. Now the remaining pauses I'm going to talk about are from the final act. So first of all, the whole entire action sequence for the final act of the episode is really good. With the Doctor and Donna trying to get into the Meep's ship to stop the Meep from escaping, and Donna's family trying to escape, and the Doctor has to activate the right switches in order to prevent the countdown sequence from finishing. And then, when we get to the part where the Meep presses the door to basically put the room with the controls in half, pretty much, with the Doctor on one side and Donna on the other, the Doctor then realizes he has to unlock Donna's memories again and have her be the Doctor Donna once more, knowing that while London will be saved, she won't survive. Due to the fact that once the Meta Crisis stuff is activated again, her mind will burn. And David Tennant's performance in this scene, and Catherine Tate's as well, both their performances are really good. They absolutely nail the emotions. The scene from the trailers where the Doctor says, "Why does it have to be this?" Yeah, it turns out this is the scene it's for, and man, his emotions when delivering that line are so good. But the Doctor activates the Meta Crisis within Donna again. Donna, once she gets her memories back and becomes the Doctor Donna again, she becomes right out of pre-memory wipe Journey's End, and she is so fun to watch alongside the Doctor, just like old times. And it's really fun seeing the two of them working together to stop the Meep's ship from escaping. But once they do stop the ship from escaping, the door opens and Donna falls, and you think she's going to die because her mind is burning. And it's pretty emotional. Yeah, I knew Donna was going to survive because she appears in footage from the other two specials as well, meaning that I figured this was going to be a fake out, but I really like how they did the fake out, with it turning out that Rose, Donna's daughter, also has some meta-crisis in her as well, since the meta-crisis was too much for one person to handle, but since Donna had a daughter, that meant there were two people to split the meta-crisis between. So, Donna is able to survive, and it actually turns out that Rose was subconsciously affected by the meta-crisis the whole time, choosing the name Rose because of Rose Tyler, her shed being reminiscent of the TARDIS, and the toys she was making being based on all the various aliens the Doctor and Donna met, as well as a few extra ones that Donna didn't meet, like the Cybermen. And it's a really good explanation for both why Rose has the name Rose when Donna shouldn't remember that, and why Donna is able to survive at the end. And then once the Meep is finally captured, Donna and Rose then let go of the Meta-Crisis, so that Donna can survive without having to worry about the Meta-Crisis stuff anymore, because still say that while the Meta-Crisis is sort of dispersed between the two of them, it's still wrapped around both their brains, so it's not entirely safe for them. But since they're able to let go, they're able to go back to a normal life. And you know what? I like it. It's a happy ending, it makes sense, and doesn't ruin the original tragic ending for Donna back in Journey's End. Especially since Donna still does live for 15 years without the growth or memories she gained during her time with the Doctor. Not to mention, it also turns out that during those 15 years, Wilf no longer told her about aliens and stuff anymore, most likely so that she couldn't accidentally remember the Doctor. It's really upsetting, because Wilf talking about aliens is one of my favorite things about his character. And now, after the resolution and the day is saved, the Doctor, Donna, and her family, sans Wilf, step in front of the TARDIS, and Donna asks if she and the Doctor can go see Wilf, to which the Doctor agrees. And when they enter the TARDIS, it's no longer the one from the Jodie Whittaker era. It's now this new TARDIS that looks really cool. It's probably the biggest console room we've ever had on the show, and I do like the way it looks. Is it a bit clean? Yeah, and it could use some extra props and stuff to feel a little bit more lived in, but we'll probably see that more as time goes on. I do like it, and it looks very sci-fi. In fact, I think stylistically it does kind of feel like a modernization of the classic console room style. And I do love how the Doctor reacts to seeing the new TARDIS, running around excited, going up and down all over the place. It is such a delight to see. And David Tennant's performance in the scene, just his pure excitement is just great. I love it. And then we get to the final moments of the episode, which I think are really good too. The Doctor finding out that the console has a coffee machine on it, and getting a cup of coffee and giving it to Donna. And then she just nonchalantly mentions, yeah, I got fired from my job because I spilled coffee on the computer, by the way. And then a few minutes later, she intentionally spills coffee on the console, causing the TARDIS go haywire and go off into space, leading right into the next episode, Wild Blue Yonder. It is hilarious and very Donna Noble of her to do that. I love it. Now, I do have 3 negatives about the episode, though. One of which is an actual, genuine criticism. The other 2 are more so just things I wish happened but didn't. So first I'm going to start off with the genuine criticism. So the cold open of the episode is the Doctor and Donna each looking at the camera talking about the past, with the Doctor recounting the events of Series 8, while Donna talks about how sometimes she lies in bed and sees things, aliens and stuff, but also wonders about the memories she lost. Now, I don't necessarily think that cold open actually happens at the events of the story, especially from the Doctor's side. He's saying in this weird space thing and basically narrating. I will say the way that scene was shot was weird, especially for the Doctor, because he's just kind of in this green screen environment, not even centered on frame at first either. He's just on the side for some reason. Looks weird. I'm fine with the idea of there being a bit of narration, kind of recap previous events for those who haven't watched them in a while. Kind of like how Series 6 had that little narration from Amy right before the opening credits. But it's just weirdly shot, which is a shame because the rest of the episode is really well shot, so I don't really know what happened. Maybe it was last minute, I'm not sure. But to be honest, it is not ruin or lessen the episode for me at all. It was just kind of a weird thing. And then my other 2 negatives. Negative number 1, or 2 technically, they don't sing the Beep the Meep song. The one from Big Finish. I really love that Beep the Meep song. And then the final negative is that it's something I already mentioned earlier, but it's that Wilf doesn't appear. I know he's still going to be in the other 2 specials, or at least one of them, but I still would like to see Wilf on screen anyway. So yeah, all things considered, after having watched the special twice, I'm going to go ahead and give it a ranking of 9.5 out of 10. Now, this may change when the other 2 specials air, both in terms of how well it works in context with the other 2, and also how it compares to the other 2 in terms of quality. But I think this is a really great special. It was a really fun adventure. It was great seeing David Tennant and Catherine Tate on screen again after so many years. Just overall, I had a great time watching it. So yeah, that's going to be it for this review. Let me know what you think of the special in the comments, and whether you're looking forward to Wild Blue Yonder and the Giggle coming up. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to dislike, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and I'll be back to the next video. This is KipsterMc signing out. Wait. I just solved something. I'm changing the score to 0 out of 10 because there's no Wolf. Any episode that doesn't have Wolf in it is automatic 0 out of 10. Yes, even those episodes.